Hello guys, welcome to my channel again. I hope you all are well. Again, thank you for watching my videos. If you like, please subscribe and share them. So today's topic is conditional statements. What are conditional statements? Conditional statements in JavaScript allow you to perform different actions based on different conditions. It evaluates a Boolean expression and executes a block of code if the expression is true. The most common conditional statements are if, else, and switch. The if statement checks a condition and runs a block of code if it is true. If the condition is false, the else statement can run an alternative code block. The else if statement can check multiple conditions in sequence. The switch statement allows you to evaluate an expression against multiple possible cases and execute the corresponding code. Conditional statements are widely used in programming to make decisions and control the flow of execution based on dynamic conditions, such as user input, variable values, or the results of calculations. For example, they can be used to validate form inputs, direct program flow based on user roles, or handle different responses from an API. So let's delve into each type of conditional statement in detail. So first one is the if statement, if statement. The if statement executes a block of code if a specified condition is true. Syntax of this code: if, condition, // code to be executed if the condition is true. This is an example. Example: let age equals 18, if age greater than or equal to 18. Console.log, you are an adult. Explanation of this code. The condition inside the parentheses is evaluated. If the condition is true, the block of code inside the curly braces is executed. If the condition is false, the code inside the curly braces is skipped. So here is else statement. Else statement. The else statement executes a block of code if the same condition is false. Here is the syntax: if, condition, // code to be executed if the condition is true, else, // code to be executed if the condition is false. Example of this code: let age equals 16, if age greater than or equal to 18. Console.log, you are an adult, else. Console.log, you are not an adult. Explanation of this code: if the condition is true, the block of code inside the if statement is executed. If the condition is false, the block of code inside the else statement is executed. Here is else if statement. The else if statement specifies a new condition if the first condition is false. Here is the syntax: if, condition 1, // code to be executed if condition 1 is true, else if, condition 2, // code to be executed if condition 2 is true, else, // code to be executed if both conditions are false. Here is an example: let age equals 15, if age greater than or equal to 18. Console.log, you are an adult, else if age greater than or equal to 13. Console.log, you are a teenager, else. Console.log, you are a child. Explanation of this code: the condition 1 is evaluated. If condition 1 is true, the code inside the if block is executed. If condition 1 is false, condition 2 is evaluated. If condition 2 is true, the code inside the else if block is executed. If both conditions are false, the code inside the else block is executed. Here is the switch statement. The switch statement evaluates an expression, matching the expression's value to a case clause, and executes statements associated with that case. Here is syntax which is about. The switch statement evaluates an expression and executes the corresponding code block for the matching case, using break to exit the switch. If no case matches, the default block is executed. Here is code which explains. The switch statement evaluates the value of day, which is 3. It matches the case 3, so it prints Wednesday to the console and exits the switch using break. If day didn't match any of the cases, the default block would execute, printing another day. And the explanation is: the expression is evaluated once. The value of the expression is compared with the values of each case. If there is a match, the associated block of code is executed. The break statement prevents the code from running into the next case. The default case is executed if no match is found. Here is the switch statement. So here is looping. Looping statements are used to execute a block of code repeatedly. For loop. The for loop repeats a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. Here is an explanation of this code. A for loop runs a block of code repeatedly while a specified condition is true. It consists of three parts: initialization, sets a variable, condition, evaluates before each iteration, and increment, updates the variable after each iteration. Explanation of this example: this for loop initializes I to 0 and runs as long as I is less than 5, incrementing I by 1 each time. On each iteration, it logs the current value of I to the console. Here is while loop. The while loop repeats a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. Explanation of syntax: this is a while loop in JavaScript that repeatedly executes the block of code within the curly braces as long as the specified condition remains true. If the condition evaluates to false, the loop terminates. Explanation of this code: this code initializes a variable I to 0, then enters a while loop that runs as long as I is less than 5. Within the loop, it logs the current value of I to the console and increments I by 1 after each iteration. Explanation of this statement: the condition is evaluated before each loop iteration. If the condition is true, the block of code inside the loop is executed. If the condition is false, the loop stops. So here is do.while loop. The do.while loop is similar to the while loop, but it executes the block of code once before checking the condition. Syntax: this is a do-while loop in JavaScript that executes the block of code within the curly braces at least once, and then continues to execute it as long as the specified condition remains true. The condition is checked after each execution of the code block. Explanation of this code: this code initializes a variable I to 0 and then enters a do-while loop. Inside the loop, it logs the current value of I to the console and increments I by 1. This continues until I is no longer less than 5, ensuring that the loop executes at least once. Explanation of this statement: the block of code inside the do statement is executed once, regardless of the condition. After the block of code is executed, the condition is evaluated. If the condition is true, the loop continues. If the condition is false, the loop stops. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next video. I hope you like this video. Stay happy, thank you.